Hi, a little update about the progress on the tank turret controller restoration. So first thing I did, this part was broken. I did re-glue it with epoxy glue. It seems to be holding pretty well. I hope the paint stripper will not mess the epoxy. I will repaint over the epoxy anyway. But this seems good, very strong, so I guess it will not be an issue. I have been doing little stuff as unsoldering the wires on these connectors, small auxiliary task that need to be done anyway. And I got some paint stripper at the shop, so I took the cheapest first can I found of chemical paint stripper, and it is working pretty well. Of course it requires a lot of elbow grease also, but so far I am happy with the result. Here is the first part I did strip completely. So there was a red underlayer of paint, so I will apply a primer paint before I repaint this. I haven't got the paint yet anyway, so this is almost good to be painted, except I need to protect some, to cover some parts, as this wall area here. Second part I did stripped. This one was really a pain. It is the main base part. So this is pretty good. There is still some glue here at the back I cannot remove. But apart from this, it is now clean. The ball bearings in here should need to be replaced. They are very rusty, but I guess I will not be able to find matching bearings, so I will clean them, deox them, and grease them, and we will see how it goes. I need still to do some work about this part, as cleaning this area here, which will be quite a pain also. It is a bolt I cannot remove anyway, so it will be cleaned as well as I can and painted over. But yes, this still needs to be done. Apart from this, there is still a little bit of water in the holes because I did wash it after ending the paint removal. So these holes here also need to be cleaned a little bit. They are very filthy inside. And apart from this, look here, I did really have a nice result with removing the paint. And some numbers did appear under the paint. It is interesting. So this is one thing. My main concern is the sensor unit, because it is really in bad shape. I have a bent pin here, which is not holding very well in place. Maybe I will epoxy it also. And it is very rusty on this side, as you can see. So there are two sets of switches, micro switches. There is one for normal travel and one for end of travel, these little ones. And here the potentiometer. I have a schematic, so when I have time I will scan the schematic and I will upload it somewhere. Here is what it looks like for now. In fact it was attached like so over this part, but sadly I have a broken screw here. So I will zoom on the schematic for you. So we have on the top here the bulbs on the switches, and the set of contacts here are called traverse and elevation. with top and bottom, right, left, again top and bottom, and up, down. So top and bottom are for the course ending switches, and the left, right, down, up are for normal direction switches. We have the potentiometers are here, the variable resistors are here. The terminal block, which I did for now, try to clean, is here. So I don't not know, maybe I will reuse this, maybe not. Or at least I can reuse these brackets to attach something else. And you will see. But this part is really my main concern. I need to clean it, but I cannot yet because it is broken here, so I will probably put some epoxy to seal the thing here. Try to cover the contacts and wash the other parts because really it is dirty. This side is not so bad, but the other side really is not that good. So I am still thinking about this. I cannot remake easily a similar part anyway, so I guess I will have to use it. I would like to find a new old stock replacement part, but I do not think it will be going to happen. Okay, so I will need to find matching screws already. I hope I will find them from eBay US, but it may not be easy. I need a fridge gauge first to measure the screws because they are imperial. Maybe even a caliper in inch. It should be nice also. So about the trigger handles, I did take them apart. So as you can see, it is solid piece of aluminum die cast here. The trigger itself is this piece. So this will be painted also. I will cover this spring part and I will paint the main area. Try to cover also the hole in the middle here, because if not it will prevent to put back the pin in position for it. And the cover over the piece is also die cast, as you can see. And inside, so of course we have a spring at the back here for the return of the trigger. And inside we have this micro switch thing, which is completely sealed. So I guess I will cut the cables somewhere here and I will connect my new cables, because there is no way you open this thing. It is quite weird. I wonder how they did do it. It must be welded or glued by some means somewhere. But I do not want to mess with them, so I will try to keep them in this condition and reconnect the wires somewhere here. As you can see, quite interesting. What else I can show you? Yes, these switches which were on the top of the box. They are made by Delco. Made in USA, of course, made by Delco. I think it is a car parts manufacturer which made the key locks and such stuff for cars. The dash buttons and things like this. Not sure, but. And the pins are 1, 2, 3, 4, but they are normally opened contacts only, I guess. According to the schematic, where did the schematic go here? Yes, they are normally opened buttons. So this part seems not too bad. I will only, in fact, anyway reuse one contact each time. It will be enough for wiring the thing to any project. It has its own part number engraved also. So lots of So the main work for now will be continue to strip the paint over all the pieces. As you can see, there is still quite a lot of work. Then repaint the parts, and then I will start to think about reassembly. But as you can see, this paint is really bad. This one seems to be quite some kind of plastic paint, probably lead paint anyway. So there is still work. I do not expect to finish this project before next summer, by the way. I will see how far I go, but it is very tedious. It took 3 days to strip these two parts. Well, I think I did spend maybe 4 hours over them, but there is still some remains of paint to finish, to clean. So it is not completely done yet. But at least I'm happy to see the chemical stripper works well. So it is already a good point. Okay, thanks for watching. Bye bye.